Okay, we're going to test this configuration just to see how it hovers. I've got a 4-cell LiPo on it, foam fuselage built by, well, it's the tiny trainer fuselage from flight test. And I've got my T-Hawk wing underneath, centered on the X of the frame as close as I can because it's not a symmetrical frame as far as fore to aft. And then I've got a pusher prop on the back that I'm going to try and connect, or I will connect to the receiver, but bypass the RG pilot. So the theory is that the RG pilot will self-level even when the pusher is engaged because it'll be treating it like it's wind pushing from behind on the aircraft. We'll get some lift out of the wing. The propellers on the RG pilot will be spinning, but what I'm theorizing is if I put this in altitude hold mode and the pusher is giving it lift through the wing, the big propellers on the quadcopter will slow down because they're not needed to maintain that altitude. So I'm just trying a series of things here. I'm booting up my mission planner over there. I'm going to just put this down so we can record. Mission planner I'm just connecting to make sure that I've got all my log files coming through. And it looks like it just started up, so it's over there on the laptop. Connect that and see what happens. Just be a hover test. The first of many, I'm sure. See if I can balance that there. Okay. Network. So I had to buy a new router. Like a faster laptop. Okay, it's connecting the nav link to the nav link on board. Getting all the telemetry data from the RG pilot through the nav link wirelessly to this. Says it's connecting. So I can see it standing up. Okay, mode change to stabilize, it's connected. I'm not going to wait for the maps to load up because we're really not flying a mission other than a hover mission. Okay. Successful first time. The next stage of this, like I was saying, is to take this pusher right here. Ooh. And I would call that some close proximity props there. If you look here, that one to that one, that one to that one. See that? And then I'm going to have to make a Y connector to hook this up, or maybe just put a Y on here that's permanently there so I can just plug in. And then extend the servo lead up to my radio, which is up in the front, so that I can just turn that on and off. I'm going to put it on a dial so I can set different rate. If I can get a dial working, which I should be able to. And then this ESC will just feed the power. That was a simple enough first flight. Good deal. And if you're not familiar with Mission Planner, here it is. It hasn't grabbed all the parameters yet, I'm not sure why.
Heading to waypoint home. Altitude is -1. Ground speed is 0.
I think this laptop can barely run it. This is an old netbook. Gateway netbook. A lot of times I end up just restarting it.
Heading to waypoint home. Altitude is -1. Ground speed is 0.
It would be best if this hooked up, just so I have good telemetry data going all the time. Now I can download the log file off of the ArduPilot, but it's nicer to have it right here. Let's try and connect it again. Can't squat there that long. While we're waiting on that, I'll show you the FPV 250 I've got. I'm using the battery pack, that 4-cell that I'm usually flying. It's got the camera up front here. Blue beam antenna, and then this little mini, it's got a little 1300 3-cell on it, and the camera's buried back here and I can see those posts, so I think I'm going to move the camera up to the front, further up front, and it's got just a linear antenna, but I can swap this antenna for that antenna at any time. So if I'm going to fly very far away, I'll switch to the blue beam. So these props aren't very efficient for this model, but they're what I've got, so I'm going to run them till I break them. It's all charged up, ready to go, but it's just a bit windy today. Let's see if Mission Planner's back. There it comes. I'll go ahead and connect it. Maybe I should wait. I know this is boring. But if you haven't seen it, maybe it's interesting. While we're still waiting, I'll go over here and show you the Turnigy 9X, which is probably the world's cheapest but most effective cheap radio. Bang for the buck is pretty good. Just doesn't have the easiest user interface when it comes to programming, but it has a lot of control, a lot of capability, I guess. And the quad's still sitting over there just waiting patiently. Unlike me. If I can upgrade this computer at all. Like buying a Surface. I have a Surface RT, but RT is a limited version of Windows 8. I can't get Mission Planner for it. Maybe I could download the source code and figure out how to compile it for RT. Probably some DLLs I'd have to rewrite or reconnect, I would assume. Should be connecting to the Mavlink. I click this guy up here. The Mavlink radio is on, transmitting. I guess never mind. This isn't worth waiting for, I don't guess. You see over here though, you can see real time altitude, ground speed, distance to waypoint, yaw, the GPS horizontal hopping, which you don't want a lot of that. I've got it set as I think it's a 2.3 threshold. That's really higher than I want it, but my GPS health isn't very good. Still proves the theory. And then distance to MAV means it's measuring the distance back to this transmitter. So you have an idea if you're getting out of your range or not. Okay, I'm connecting to the Mavlink.
Heading to waypoint home. Altitude is 0. Ground speed is 0. Mode changed to stabilize.
So here now you can see the data has updated. It's transmitting. you've got a negative 0.73 altitude, so it thinks it's below the ground a little bit.
Heading to waypoint home. Altitude is -1. Ground speed is 0.
GPS HTOP is not bad. Distance to Mavlink says 21 feet, and that's pretty darn accurate. Yaw degrees, 39.97, that's from true north. So here I'll turn it and let you see that update. You can tell my garage floor does not point true north. It's about there, I think. Let's see where we are. Still shows 39.97. Not sure why it's not updated. Oh, there we go. Because it was refreshing the map. So I'm still off true north. The red line is true north. So let's go adjust that. And this is true north, not magnetic north. So it's a little slow to update right now. Okay, but you get the idea now. Here it shows that it's disarmed.
Heading to waypoint home. Altitude is -1. Ground speed is 0.
So now if I arm it,
Armed.
shows armed. Disarmed, okay.
Disarmed.
Okay, so you've seen everything I can show you for now. Goodbye.